In this video, we're going to talk about Comic-Palooza, Anime Matsuri, Delta H-Con, and as a bonus, if we have time, we're going to throw in too many games. I forgot what the name of this other one. I think it's like S. Games we skip or something like that. If I'm able to talk about that one for Twitch. And then with the Sonics and the parrots or whatever, games we skip or whatever. Too many games, and maybe even mention a little bit about Pandemic Tour, which I have experienced in the past. So, with Comic-Palooza, it's like I heard about Comic-Palooza in 2018, I think, which was a pretty hectic time for me personally. But that's for, I guess that's for another video. But Comic-Palooza, I've known since 2018. My dad told me about it, and that it's quite admirable. Like you have quite a number of celebrities and events going over there. Comic-Palooza sounds like a place that you do both the comic art and the anime manga kind of combinations. You have some kind of like balance between the two a little bit. I mean, maybe I'm talking about my ass for this one, but the Comic-Palooza sound like one of the more genuine comic festivals and conventions in Houston. So I just I was always excited to go to any of those, but Comic-Palooza, their tickets, I didn't check right now. I forgot to check before getting this video, but their tickets run anywhere from, well, I forget if I'm saying this between Delta H Con and Comic-Palooza, but I think Comic-Palooza's the Comic-Palooza's master passes, as in maybe what you would call the final boss pass for too many games. I'll get to that in a second, but Comic-Palooza's most expensive passes are like over $200. They're just about $200, like $210. Their cheapest passes are like $25, and their average passes for like certain days, like near the week, closer to the weekend, they run from anywhere from like $60 to $90, I think. Yeah, it'd be worth it though, because even just for the 25 pass, you can just go to like a dance festival segment or whatever, and Comic-Palooza, you just expect anything from there. Like you expect like the comic aspect, the comic book aspect of it, the anime aspect of it, etc. So I know even less about Anime Matsuri. I actually, like, when I went to the page, I was like, oh, maybe it's confirmation bias for sure, but I still need to do more research than necessary to figure this out. So I just because Anime Matsuri doesn't even have like. It took me a while to find Anime Matsuri as like a web page. I was taking a while because I kept finding all the hosting event rights and stuff like that. Yeah, like event rights and all the other local listings for the city. And it took me a while just to finally find their page. So I don't know if it's a Google Analytics kind of thing or whatever, but but and Matsuri does have a website, and so I found it and I was like, okay, this definitely seems anime manga esque, and that's literally everything I know about Anime Matsuri. I don't know if they have comic aspects to it, like comic book aspects to it, as in like American Western comic book aspects like Comic-Palooza. I don't know if they have that. They might, but I only know what the anime parts. That's pretty much all I know about Anime Matsuri. I'm sorry. I could expand on that later, but if I can, if I have more information. But yeah, Delta H Con. Now, why am I emphasizing that one? Now it's because I have a strong feeling that if I were ever to go to Delta H, I would actually have fun, because it sounds like it's not too overwhelming. It's kind of like Philadelphia's too many games. It's kind of like that for like compared to Comic-Con, like all the other ones, like, or I can never find Animosity. I don't know why I couldn't find Animosity. My step brother, I forget, he mentions Animosity, and I was like, oh, I don't know, I can't find it. I hear it's one of the most popular anime conventions in the entire city, but I can never find it. So it's like it's one of the more notable ones at least. But I couldn't find Animosity, but with Delta H Con, it was like I found a few cool, interesting things about H Con. It was like there was actually going to be at this year's Delta H, there was going to be a YouTuber called I Love Kim Possible a lot going there, and it would be interesting if what's her name? Juby Phonic. If Juby Phonic ever went to Delta H Con, that'd be pretty fun. But we have I Kim Possible a lot, which is another YouTuber, and she, if you don't know Kim Possible a lot, she was in that collab with Cell Specs for the was it the Toy Story 4 movie? I forget. It was like It was either Toy Story 4 or the actual not the because Kim Possible Lot made one for Kim Possible 2019, and she made the video by herself. But there was a video like that Soul Specs and her collabed on. I think it was Toy Story 4. Yeah, okay, but yeah. So I've heard of Kim Possible Lot before I met her. Well, I know in Soul Specs a little longer, but like, but um, I know in Soul Specs since she made the 2014 videos about Stranger Magic and all that, Stranger Magic and the other stuff, or 2015. It was a little bit before 2014, 15. So like Soul Specs, I like Impossible Lot. I like Impossible Lot was going to show up. Is going to show up at this year's Delta H, and that caught my attention because usually I think about the celebrities and other people showing up at anime conventions, but like I just it never occurred to me that you could also have. I mean, it was kind of obvious anyways. Like with too many games, you probably have people like obviously with too many games, you have people like Moriarty, Arlo, AVGN, all those other YouTube celebs going to too many games as many years as they're able to, or the years that they have been going there, in those fun conventions. But with Delta H Con, imagine if I was I mean, I've always thought about this, like being hosting my own panel or booth or table at a convention, even if it was just a smaller one. Like I wouldn't have to see it like being like a anime convention to have to booth in the first place, but an anime convention would be better for what I do nowadays, or at least half of what I do, like the claymation stuff. But I always dreamed to do stuff like that. But yeah, I can explain that later. Delta H Con, I think Impossible Lot's gonna go this year's Delta H Con. There are some other celebrities going there as well. Delta H Con seemed pretty peaceful. It seemed like really like well put together, and it wasn't like overwhelming. I keep remedying the analogy between Delta H Con and too many games, and I kind of mean that. It's like they seem very peaceful and well put together. So yeah, I've seen other celebrities and voice actors and other people going to Delta H Con, and that's pretty nice. Let's go into too many games we skip, and that's not the actual title of that company, but like too many games we speedrun. Okay, too many games we skip, and Fandemic Tour. So too many games, I've heard about too many games since 2019, 2018. Was it 2018, 2019? It was at least since 2019 and 2020. I've heard about too many games since at least 2020, and it was mentioned by Crymore Gaming, and they actually brought it up. They've rebranded themselves ever since, but Crymore brought it up, and it was like it's the one that they go local to themselves because they're from Philadelphia area. They're from the Philadelphia area, so they go there, local to all the other YouTubers and all that, and the other gamers, the Switch streamers, etc. With too many games, it's what it implies. It's like too many games is quite often so many video games that you can imagine, all the video games you ever dreamed of, all the video games you'll even think about, etc. And it's a very fun festival for them. It's not too popular. So it's not, but the upside to that is that it's not too congested with chaos and negativity, and so it's very well compact, and it doesn't have to be overwhelming to be good, and that's a good thing. So I've always heard about every year, even outside the charities that some other companies do, or some other people do, like the with too many games, it's like I hear about it every once in a while from and other people, and it's like it's nice to hear that you guys have a local festival you have to travel over 200 miles to get to. So, yeah. And even if you are flying from abroad, and you're going into the States or across the States to get there, and it'd be worth it. You pay for a hotel ticket and the tickets. And Too Many Games does have a final boss premium pass, and that's one of the most expensive tickets, if not the most expensive tickets they have. And I don't remember the prices for those, but it was like, you get a lot with the final boss tickets. It's like you have to be really dead set serious about Too Many Games, or at least filthy rich to not know the difference. But like, it's not even that expensive in my opinion. But it is if you want to save money. So, games we skip. I don't remember the official name for that one. It's like I just found out about that one a week or two ago on Twitter, and they has Twitch streams about speedrunning games, and that's a neat way to celebrate 4th of July time, today's 4th of July, by the way. Hello. Prepared by Contested Colors of Fire claimations for those, but apparently didn't upload those early anyway. So, games we skip. is speedrunning, and they've been at it for a while. They've been doing Twitch streams and charity support for speedrunning games and supporting charities. I forget how it works. I didn't know how to enter the sweepstakes, let alone the actual streams. I was probably too late for the streams anyways. But people have to get quarterly invited to do speedruns. So I think that's not too hard to do. But you know, it's probably always an honor if you get that to happen for you. So good for you guys who got it happen. And finally, we have Fandemic Tour. This Fandemic Tour is the only anime festival or convention I've ever been to. And why do I say this at the end of a video while I'm talking about many other conventions? Beats me, but Fandemic Tour I've been to. I'm actually about to mention the Dunlavy in a second if I can, because the Dunlavy is not even an anime convention. It's just a very small meeting center in Houston in the Buffalo Bayou Park area. But I can mention that right after this one. So Fandemic Tour, I went there as much as I'm able to mention, or even allowed to mention. Sorry, but I gotta be careful about how I say this because maybe it'll be a little too personal. But basically, I went to Fandemic Tour and I was able to get a few collectibles, some other cool stuff. Got my feet wet basically on how it works to actually be at a convention or a festival, and knowing what it was kind of like firsthand with very minimal if no negativity. And I got to take a picture with Captain America. That was cool. Not the actor, but not Chris Evans, but the comic the cosplayers of them. So that was pretty cool. But got a few action figures that I lost apparently, unfortunately. Maybe I still have them, but those were $1 each. I've seen some of the other booths. There was con convention areas. There was anime convention areas. There was a bunch of actors over there. There was the celebrity for Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy was there. I didn't go to the booth though for that, but I didn't want to spurge too much by doing that anyways. I was with my family at the time, so that was the idea. So that's Fandemic Tour. Help me understand how festivals and conventions work. As late in the game as I may have gotten into it, but at least I got to do it in 2018, I think it was. 2017, 2018, 2019, I got to finally do it. Better late than never, so yeah. The Dunlavy. The Dunlavy is not an anime-related convention or festival. It is actually a private meeting community center in the Buffalo Bayou Park area. And it's like, I mentioned it because I always thought about splurging a little too much money to arrange a panel there to like actually see what it'd be. This is before I did Fandemic Tour, but not to be confused with the COVID pandemic. Oh, sorry, I had to mention it like that joke. But the Dunlavy, it's basically considered like a private River Oaks like a meeting center. You don't just go there to do some stupid like creative stuff or whatever. You usually typically would go there to arrange a private meeting for people who want to do business with you or whatever. I always thought it'd be a good, because you can actually go and do this. Like you can actually go and arrange a private meeting there with your locals or your business partners or your friends or whatever, or your family members. You have I think the scheduling is strict, but even if it was, you're able to do it for a certain price and arrange a private meeting for your own allocated meeting time. Yes, it is pricey. Obviously, it's with an area like Buffalo Bayou Park and the city of Houston. It's like obviously it's going to cost a premium, so it's going to cost quite a fortune to pay for it. It's not too expensive in my opinion. Again, I'm the brag it all guy who just fucking says nothing's expensive. You just guys are cowards. So you can hit those stones and jab ones at me if you want to, but yeah, apparently I mean. The people who can't afford it, and that includes me, I'll be careful with my money. But it's like the people who can't afford to have a meeting at a place like a Dunlavy, I say just experiment with it. Like be careful with how you arrange it, because I think it's a little like if imagine if like an anime convention you're having to protect your booth and your table from having chaos, because there's it's not an urban legend. This has actually happened before. In an anime convention, if you had too many people causing chaos or disrupting the peace in a convention, you can actually have your booth taken apart and dismantled and seized, basically. In certain conventions, at least, it's been like that. Like it's happened. That's actually happened before, and that's why some anime convention veterans talk about making sure that you maintain the peace if you can, not to overthink that, but to actually make sure you can do it if you can. Because it makes a difference, and it's like if you can maintain moderation and administration in those areas, I imagine that might be a little bit more strict for Dunlavy or something like that, because again, it's the city's property. It's like you got to be careful with that stuff. So, but I mentioned them because I think I would love to arrange some kind of like a panel, even if I wasn't supposed to. If they let me arrange a panel of some sort, even if it wasn't creativity related, at the Dunlavy, then that would be really fun. Even if it costs too much money to do so, which I somehow know how to afford anyway. So okay, but it's yeah. So Dunlavy would be fun. Nice city area to talk about something that I value or that's important to me. You can get around to actually having the city life a little bit with people who think that it's about business, but it's actually about anime and manga or something. I don't know. It's like, but we're here for a business meeting. What the hell are you talking about? This Inuyashas and these Narutos. I talk like I'm not creative, but I am. So we're here for a business meeting. We're here for like a actual like family reunion, and here you are talking about your passions. We don't even know you that well, Tony, or I don't know, but yeah. Comic Palooza, Anime Matsuri. This is for 2022, by the way. So Comic Palooza, Anime Matsuri, Delta H Con or Delta Houston Con. Too many games. Pandemic Tour, games we skip or games speedrun, whatever. Like, let me know what that's called in the comments if you can. And finally, the Dunlavy from Battlefield Bayou Park from Houston, Texas. And yeah, that should be it, guys. Yeah, the next video should be about. I should finally make this a video, but the claymation music covers thing from both the people who have done it before and myself, if I can, over time. But yeah, claymation music covers. If I don't make that video even still, the next video is going to be another like deeper topic or social philosophy topic, like the ones you've seen before that I've seldomly mentioned in the terms of like Zerst Bass Fuzz, but that's kind of the style of the social philosophy. But otherwise, yeah, social philosophy, claymation music covers, maybe talking a little bit about Deep Docs episode 5 and vlog number 5. Alright guys, see you later. Take care, bye.